Well, it is another late night. Wow, later than I thought. It's actually 2:20 in the morning. I didn't realize it was that late. I broke my program. This is not really the Flint Trader application. This is actually something else that I was developing, really more for exploratory, experimental, brainstorming, whatever you want to call it. What I wanted to look at was the process of tracking your position. So when you're buying and selling stocks and you're tracking your performance in terms of how well are you doing. You started with $1 million. Now you've got $1.1 million, or now you have $800,000 you're losing, that kind of thing. And also tracking the average price and all that good stuff. So that works. I think there's a bug with the average price that I need to figure out. But what's broken right now is I try to create this automatic mode. I'm sure this is something like super, super simple. An automatic mode that was going to be sort of like a trading algo that was going to do trades automatically based on the prices. So obviously buy low, sell high. And for some reason it won't trade. I don't get it. The loop is running, but it won't trade. And then there's a float error that I'm running into as well. Everything was going fine until I tried to do this automatic function, and that's when everything just fell apart. I've been adding to it and improving it, but now it's just, I don't know what's going on, guys. So I'm running it on the other screen. You guys can't see that. Let me bring it over. So there you go. Select order. Yeah. Okay. So, well, I hope I didn't break anything else, but if I do a buy, we can buy. There you go. So we just bought 100 at current market price. Position is 100. That's how much we have purchased. Average price 147. And total cost, account value. So the account value, I need to change some of these calculations. I think account value, if I'm not mistaken, is the amount of cash you have plus the value of your assets. So the value of my 100 shares plus the cash in the account. So pretty much, since we haven't done any price updates, I just took from my million in buying power and bought shares with it. So I still have the same value because I still have, what was the cost? I still have the $14,700 that I spent. Anyway, so that's fine. So I can buy some more, and I have some rejects as well. So insufficient funds. So it's all good. But when you try to use the automatic mode, this is actually interesting. This is the first time I'm activating the automatic mode after actually trading. So I already have positions. Normally I would go straight to the automatic mode with no positions. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. So this is automatic mode now. Interesting. So it's triggering a bunch of insufficient funds. That means it's trying to buy. Wow, that's interesting. Let me try that again. I may have just ran into, well, not the solution necessarily, but closer to the solution. So let's do less. Let's not buy too much. Let's buy 100 and 1,000. So we got 1,100 shares right now. Now let's activate automatic mode and see what happens. Oh, wow, it's actually buying. Oh, it's working. Wow. So obviously I need to incorporate some logic to track the buying power. Because it's kind of silly to keep trying to buy. I mean, it rejects it, so it stops it from messing with the numbers right away. It's like you don't have any money, so it just cuts off the whole process. Probably a return in my function, which gets us out of the function, so it doesn't mess with anything, because you don't have enough money, so that should just stop the whole process. Obviously, we need to round out this average cost. We don't need all this excessive price precision. So this is an interesting data point. So for some reason we're not able to actually do any. We're not able to affect the position values. Well, it's like the update function is not working in the automatic mode. That makes no sense. Unless you run it before activating the automatic mode. What is so special about the automatic mode? I don't get it. I'm literally using the same code. I mean, normally this is how it works in manual mode. So you have the order entry menu. It displays all of your things that you can do. So if I want to buy 100, I'm going to press 6. All that's doing is there's a series of if, else, right? If option 6, right? All we're doing is we're setting the side and quantity, right? So we set the side as buy and 100. So we've set these variables. Now we just need to actually do the execution, right? So we can ignore all the rest of these. We already got an if hit. We're not doing the else. So that brings us down to what's next in this function, the last lines, which are get the current quote, update the position and buying power, and recalculate the average price post transaction, right? Because position update's really what's doing the actual purchase. Because purchasing from the perspective of this program simply means updating the numbers. That's all it is. We've got to subtract from the buying power because you just bought something. We've got to increase your position because you just bought something. We need to, well, that's the main thing there. And then after that, we update the average price because there's a new price. You've purchased, you made another purchase at a particular price. So we add that to the price history and then we do the average price calculation. It's pretty straightforward. That's really it. That's it. This is what makes the transactions work. So I don't know why in Auto Trader I'm doing the exact same thing. So what I'm doing just to get this started as a QA thing or whatever, testing thing, I automatically just set the buy. So it's as if you press 6. So whenever you run this, right away it registers as if you press 6 to buy 100. I set side equals buy, quantity equals 100. I initiate this average price variable. It may or may not make sense, but I was getting an error because it's not globalized here. I didn't do any global. And then there's a position update. I don't get what the problem is. There's a position update. That's all this does up here. It gets the quote. Did we not get the price? I didn't get wouldn't that generate an error message? I'm just seeing that. I didn't I mean, that's kind of stupid. Is it using like a zero price? Because quote is null by default. So that should give you an error message if you're trying to position up. What does position update do? Position update updates the position, of course. So we initially set it for 100. So it's going to add 100 to the position. So we didn't see that happening. Right away, that's like, what? Why not? If side equals buy, we set it to buy. Side is set to buy, so that should trigger this. We change the position value to quantity. Quantity is 100, so that should be adding it. We do a cost calculation. We subtract from buying power. I still don't understand why this isn't working, but let's do a test now that we've added the quote. Okay, save. All right, let's try this again. Okay, automatic mode. Insane. Why won't it update? So if I run it again and I do 6, so I do a manual buy of 100. Now I go automatic mode. Now it's gonna work. There you go. See the buying power is updating. It's doing a bunch of transactions. 800 shares, 900 shares. It's buying on the uptick. I don't get it. Why is it not? I know what. Let's run it in debug mode and see what happens. All right, stepping through the code, debug mode, stepping through. All right, setting variables. Site is null. All right, so here's the menu. So let's do auto. All right, so I just chose option A. So now it's going to the if part of the code. Stepping through. Actually, almost 3 in the morning. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's 3 in the morning. It's about to be 3 in the morning. So what I do know is that this is way too late to be still coding. So I'm gonna call it quits and look at this with a fresh brain tomorrow. Focus on the little bit of a clue. The fact that it works if I do a manual trade first. Why would that be? Why would that be? 194 lines of code. There she is. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's it. Like sometimes you just gotta call it quits. And I think that's I've reached that point right now. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Until next time. Buonanotte.